Story: The Importance of Sharing. It was a bright sunny morning at Greenfield School. The bell had just rung for lunch, and the playground filled with excited children, running, laughing, and opening their colourful lunch boxes. Among them sat two best friends, Ali and Sara, under the big mango tree. Ali opened his lunchbox proudly. Inside were not one, but two big shiny red apples. They glistened in the sunlight, and Ali's mouth watered just looking at them. Apples were his favourite, and he thought, "I'll eat both today and feel extra full." Sara, sitting beside him, slowly lifted the lid of her lunchbox. To her surprise, it was completely empty. She had hurried to school in the morning and forgotten to pack her lunch. Her stomach growled loudly, and she quickly closed the box, hoping Ali wouldn't notice. But Ali did notice. He looked at Sara's empty box and then back at his two apples. For a moment, he hugged his lunch closer. "These are mine. I don't want to share today," he thought. He quickly took a big crunchy bite. Yet as he chewed, something felt odd. The apple, though red and shiny, didn't taste as sweet as usual. He frowned, but kept eating. Sara sat quietly, pretending not to be hungry, though her stomach made soft growls. She watched the other children munch happily on sandwiches, parathas, and fruits, and tried to smile, but her eyes showed her sadness. Ali glanced at her again. He remembered what their teacher, Miss Amina, always said during class: "Happiness grows when it is shared. A heart that shares is never empty." His hand froze. He looked at the second apple in his lunchbox. It was perfectly round, bright red, and waiting to be eaten. Ali took a deep breath, then held it out to Sara. "Here, Sara, you can have this one." Sara's eyes widened in surprise. "Are you sure?" she asked softly. Ali nodded. "Yes, I think. Apples taste better when eaten with a friend." Sara's face broke into the biggest smile. She took the apple with joy, and together, they took a bite at the same time, and something magical happened. This time, Ali's apple tasted sweeter than ever before, juicy, crisp, and delicious. He laughed, and Sara laughed too, their giggles mixing with the sound of children playing all around. Other kids nearby noticed. "Wow, Ali shared his lunch," said Hamza, munching his sandwich. Soon, children began swapping bites of food. Cookies for bananas, sandwiches for chips, carrots for cake. The playground filled not just with the smell of food, but with the spirit of friendship and laughter. When the bell rang, Miss Amina called the children back to class. She saw Sara holding half an apple and Ali holding the other. "I see you both learned today's lesson without me teaching it," she said warmly. Ali grinned. "Yes, miss. I learned that food tastes better when shared," Sara added, "and it makes hearts feel full too." The whole class clapped, and Miss Amina smiled proudly. From that day on, Ali never thought twice about sharing, and whenever Sara forgot her lunch again, she knew she had a friend who would never let her go hungry. Moral: true happiness doesn't come from keeping everything for yourself. It comes from sharing with others. A little kindness makes the world a lot sweeter.